Hey everybody, so we're drawing some aliens today, or monsters, whatever you like to think of them as. So these are the ones that I saw on the rug in the art room. I got this rug when I came to Frontier because we didn't have a rug in the art room. If we wanted to sit and read a book or something cozy, watch something on the screen, it was a nice place to go. The one I had, the one I got, the rug I'm speaking of, had these different monsters. So I copied a few of them off, and they're interesting because they're simple shapes. Actually, they're close to simple shapes. This is a simple shape. What do you call this? Starts with an O. Oval. If you said that, you're correct. This is also an oval. It's on its side though. This is an oval. And this looks like a cat head, and this looks like Miss Pac-Man, or Inky Blinky Nod, and the rest. And so I was going to start with this one. It has eyes extended off of its head, and it's a rounded square, almost like a piece of bread that you're looking at. And then it has feet, and it has stick hands, and it's kind of fun. And you can color this any color you choose. You could use crayons, markers, paints, encaustic resins, you name it. Whatever you want to use to do this, it's fine with me. So let's get a clean sheet of paper and get to work. I'm going to draw this with a crayon so that you can see it. I've got my reference here right off to the side. Drawing this guy or girl, whichever. Choose the colors that you're using, but try to follow this format. Here we go. Got my piece of paper. Start with a circle here, but don't close it off. And then it has a line that goes straight down, and that may be kind of long, but that's okay. And then this goes this way, and then straight down. And now we're doing the top of the head and then down, and then go to here and then down, and that's fine. Mine's not perfect. That's all right with me. Drawing a monster. I've never met this guy, but I'm drawing it so that I don't forget what he looks like. So the teeth are here, and this is the top of the mouth, and then make this curved line, and there we've got the mouth. So he did not have a nose, but he did have eyes. Circles right here. And then he had some spots. So we'll draw some circles. And there we go, we've got that. And maybe for this one I want to put eyelashes on it. I didn't see that on the original. Yours you can trick out. You can choose to do it the way you want to. I'm even drawing a circle inside of this circle, and that looks kind of weird. I do need the hands. So they go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's fine. And that is the tall-eyed monster, right? Let's draw another one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. This one is the one I will pick. Okay, so I'm at this spooky guy. Let's draw this one. Putting this to the side. Got my reference I'm looking at. I know that it's horns, and then a big oval. Something like that for a face, and then I just put little feet on him. And then his eyes were kind of big right here, and they were kind of kooky, like right there in the middle. Big smiley mouth, big curved line, you know how to do that. And then we didn't separate the teeth. We didn't draw a line here. You can if you want. And then I put a little horseshoe or a U shape for a nose. And then I had circles. And this guy looks kind of creepy because he's got such eyes like that. So you can change yours if you want to. I'm not trying to make you make something that scares you or anything, but So this is kind of a cute monster. Now I have these that I can paint in. If you wanted to draw a bunch of them, you could do that too. That counts for me. But you can focus on one animal, monster, alien, whatever you'd like to call it. Let's try one with crayons, and then we'll move on to a different color. So I thought, well, I have not seen an alien this color in quite a few days, so maybe I'll use this teal greenish blue crayon and just fill it in. Just go around those shapes that you want to fill in. It would go faster if I broke this crayon and just rubbed it, but it would not fit in these small areas. So you have to think about that with your materials. Where do these fit? We'll try the next one with paint, which will go really quickly, but I'll have to be twice as careful. Because something that's quick, and you can goof up really quickly. Just as good as it does, it can do that bad quickly too. So, coloring this monster face in. And I want to skip those circles because I want those to be a different color, maybe pink, maybe yellow, maybe something lighter. And I don't want to goof up and color it in because I want to see it. I want it to be bright, so I have to be careful not to color in that. And it's best that I don't talk and work, but since I'm the art teacher, I kind of have to. It's maybe why it might bug you and say, hey, please stop talking and focus on your work. Are you spending 15 to 20 minutes on your work? That will make the difference between an A, a B, a C, a D, 4 points or 3 points or 2 points or 1 point or 0. You know, it's all about your concentration and focus. You can tell if you did a good job. You'll know it too. You can also tell if you hurried, if you rushed, if you really didn't care. It's evident. You can see it in the person's work. It's another form of communication. Thank you to all that try your best and do your good work. And now I've almost got this guy or girl colored in. Pretty fun. Hey, this broke. I can go ahead and use this that way, the way I was showing you, they're telling you about. And I just need it. I just need color there. I don't need to go too dark. But I'm kind of focusing on what I'm doing here so I don't goof up, because I want this to look good. When I spend time on something, I'm not just hurrying to get it done. I'm wanting it to look its best. Why not do your best? I was talking to my kid about grades yesterday. I was reading her report card and it was all A's. She's doing better than I did at her age, which I'm happy for. That means I've done good as a parent. She's doing really good as a kid. You know, her answer to me, I said, so they're all A's? She said, well, why else would you go to school? I mean, don't you do things to succeed, Daddy? I'm like, wow, you sound like your mom. Smart. It's like if you're going to take the time to do something, do your best, or maybe don't do it. Or maybe just say, I'm going to play with this, I'm going to practice, and that's okay. I would not tell you I'm going to write a song and then you say, hey, what's your song? Well, here, let me play it for you, blah, 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 that's my song. Well, you know that's not a song, and you know that I didn't take time on it, and you know that I wasn't serious about writing a song, so I'm not trying to be the boy that cried wolf. I want what I do to make sense. I want to do the best work I can, and I hope you do too. That takes a little bit of time and thought and effort. Effort is when you try. And all of us try hard in different ways, but your teachers and I, me being one of them, would like you to try your best while you're at school. Just like my daughter was saying, what's the point of getting a B, C, or D? Doesn't make any sense to her. She doesn't go to school to fail. Now, why am I coloring that part in? Did you see what happened? Well, I was talking and I smushed that blue-green into the white of my eye. That would not work. So I have to revise what I'm doing. I have to change it. I have to try a little bit harder there. And even crayons will smudge if you're not careful, which I started to do. Now I thought about orange for the dots, and I thought about pink for the dots. I'm gonna use both. So there's one pink dot, there's a pink dot, there's a pink dot, and yeah, that'll do. So here's an orange dot. And I'm so glad I left that area white. And these are these cool construction paper crayons that we have here at school. I'd love to share them with you. So I am striping these. These will look cool. And you can leave parts white like I did with the eyes. I thought about putting a little bit of pink in here. Maybe not the whole thing. Just a line looks good. Boys and girls, I haven't even started painting my second one. This can take some time. You could do the background if you want to, but the most important thing is that you draw an alien. And make sure to write your name always at the bottom right-hand corner, because this is not a worksheet. It's artwork. Yep, so we made a monster face. Now, this one I said, let's paint it in. So let me do that quickly. Quickly running out of time. I don't remember the color that this one was, and that doesn't matter. Maybe let's go with this pinkish red. You know, crayon works really well to draw something, especially if you're going to paint it. Maybe not a landscape, but something like this, it works great because it kind of holds that water inside. You created a bump of wax, and that's that crayon. And it kind of holds it inside there, kind of neat. Now, boys and girls, you don't have to just use a straight color. I could change up my color. Like, you see people that have different skin colors, and you might try that. This could be blue from here on, but I'm gonna go ahead with red because of time's sake. And it's not working out to be really that red. Well, this is kind of dark red, but this is almost pink, so I'm even blending that color. The water's doing it for me because when I went and picked up more paint, I picked up more water, and then I picked up more paint, and so it's concentrated, it's more color. And so going right across here, just like with a crayon, I want to draw in my parts, and my legs are going to be that color, but I'm outlining this so then I can just fill in the rest of it. And I don't know if that mouth is going to be black or what yet. I'm not thinking about that yet. Am I in the frame? Let's see. And I'm brushing this. Do you see the directions I'm going with my brush? This brush has about had it too. It's not much life to it. Not much spring to it. It's like dragging a hair across it. Yeah, that's okay though. I can get this done. I tried to blend that same color of pinkish red, and then coming around these circles, I'm giving it a little bit of time to dry. I'm moving away from where it's wet and going to where I need to fill in color. And I'm leaving those teeth white, I guess, and I can draw back into this if I want. Now let's try to pick up some real black. Rolling my brush in here. I've got water on it. Now, go to the inside of it and just push out toward that wax edge. My paper's lifting a bit, and I've got to be careful to not let it run. I did pretty good there. And I can go back into it, especially if this dries a bit, and then that looks kind of cool. Let's go ahead and do the mouth, but be careful not to get into that red because I don't want that to bleed together and be a black color. I want black to be black. I want pinkish red to be pinkish red. And I'm keep moving with the tip of my brush. I'm drawing with the tip of my brush. That's what painting is. You're drawing with a brush and wet material. In this case, it's watercolor. So it's mostly water and a little bit of pigment or color, and that's how we do it. But comb or brush this out. Make sure it looks cool. So all we need are the dots in here. And since this is wet, I'm using this. As long as I'm not touching a wet area, this works great. If I let this dry, it'd be easy to dot those in with paint, whatever color I wanted. But I had this ready to go. What will you name your monster or alien? Is it an alien? Is it a monster? What shapes did you draw? Now, I said that this looked like a piece of toast to me, or a bread shape. So that would be almost a square or a rectangle, but with rounded edges. And these are feet shapes, and these are stick hands. And these are eyelashes, and those are circles, and those are circles, and those are circles. But these are vertical lines. They're up and down, right? This is a horizontal line. So I've got circles, circles, dots, half circle or a semicircle or a half an oval, triangles for teeth. Think about all those things as you do your work. Maybe I could draw action lines around this to be like, hey, I'm thinking something, or something happened, or you could do whatever you want in this background and it's gonna look great. The more you do to it, the more fun you're gonna have, I promise you. Spend some time, make a monster or an alien, color it in how you choose to, and show me your work. This is fun. We're making monster aliens today. Choose one or choose a bunch. Send in your work. Think about the shapes you used and then the colors that you use. Thanks, everybody.